If I had my own Pride float, it would be 94 Honda Accord, and it would be on fire. And it would be me and Casey Musgraves waving out the window like this. Once in a while, we would lean in flames and go, gay. My name is Trixie Mattel. I am primarily a driver for Uber Eats. I'm also a shift lead at the Tender Greens on Santa Monica. Hi, Carol. But in my free time, I travel the world as one of the most famous drag queens in the world. I have a BFA musical theater, and I went to beauty school, and I don't think I could have done a more logical, but also gay thing with that. You know, you learn how to make yourself beautiful and entertain people. That's the meaning of drag. And it's kind of made me gayer in that the more you dress up, the more you realize, like, I mean, if you think of a doll, like the nurse doll and the doctor doll, they're all the same plastic in a different outfit. And with drag, we are just living proof that you are what you're dressed as. And we're all just these factory pressed little rubber things with different scrunchies on. You know what's sad? In gay movies, it's like, I'm gay, and it's like a fallout. But I've realized that most of the time, nobody in the world thinks twice about you or who you're sleeping with. You're like, I'm gay, and people are like, you're being loud. We don't care. So honestly, I think, at least I'm like 29 years old, and I think I was right at an era where I was ready for nobody to like me after I said I'm gay. In fact, nobody really cares. A lot of what I expected was like, everyone's gonna hate it, and everyone's like, we're more involved in our own shit. So just come out, no one cares. I was 15 years old, and my lesbian aunt, my Auntie Gooch, she took me to a Pride festival in Milwaukee to see Joan Jett. And I remember Joan Jett was, I don't know, like 60 years old, in a leather corset and leather pants, singing about like sex and fetish. And I was in this sea of lesbians watching Joan Jett, and that's like the first time I realized that I was more comfortable around gay women. I was like, this is it. It was like the best day of my life. I'd never seen gay people out in the open, like who cares? Definitely not wearing enough sunblock, but very gay. Pride used to be like an oasis one weekend a year where gay people are like, it's us. And I hope that it feels more like Pride all year. I hope we still do Pride because like umbrella drinks are fun and like sunburns remind us we're still alive. But I hope that Pride sort of, it's kind of a dark thought, but I hope that Pride loses its meaning a little bit because we get to be proud all year. You know? Because ultimately, I know that in the parade on television that you see in your small town, it's drag queens and leather daddies like hanging out of a convertible. But most gay people do not wear leather or wigs, and we're just boring waiting for the third season of Sabrina. Like, we're all the same. I think we all have to remember that drag queens will throw shade, but apparently they also will just throw a brick. So like the next time you want to catcall a drag queen, make sure both her hands are empty.